Hello, citizens. It is Super CXB. Hi, smartest man alive, funniest man alive, most provocative man alive. Thank you very much. Today, let's talk about two things. One, this new TV show on, is it Fox, I guess? Gotham. My friend said I should check it out. They're not always right, but I did because I am easily the world's smartest superhero creator and comic book writer. I don't do stupid, childish shit. Now, I love Spider-Man. Grew up on that shit. Shit is childish. Oh, he got bit by a radioactive spider, and he now has the powers of a super spider. That's a little stupid, a little childish. Batman, idiotic. Superman, childish. All of them. Wonder Woman, childish. Iron Man, childish. All of them, childish. Now, Iron Man could be plausible, but let's not digress. So, so first of all, I got to tell you, Gotham is really great. Now, love the '60s Batman. Tim Burton's almost worthless. Christopher Nolan's almost completely worthless. He got lucky with Heath Ledger, and he got lucky on that screenplay. The others are banal, cliche-ridden, clearly moronic Hollywood crap. Predictable in every way. Go back and watch that shit and tell me that shit's not predictable. Avengers, it literally couldn't be more predictable, the Avengers shit. Cliche. Kick-ass, not predictable. Okay? Maybe you all like to see happy endings and you all like to know exactly who's going to win and who's going to lose. That's stupid. Only stupid people like a story with a happy ending. We adults are a little bit more grown up than that. So Gotham, watch it. Incredible casting, which you can't say about most of the other Batmans. Incredible cast. You don't cast Nicholson as the Joker unless your goal is to destroy any potential drama, right? When we see Jack Nicholson, we're not like, oh, this Joker character is freaky. We're like, that's Jack Nicholson. Look at the makeup job. It's okay. It takes us out of the movie. Heath Ledger was so good that we almost didn't recognize him as Heath Ledger. Same with watch The Fifth Element. Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element. He's acting. Christian Bale just plays Christian Bale. Not interesting. Christian Bale's not interesting in any way as Batman. He's horrendous. His face doesn't even fit the mask. Don't get me started. And so we're going to put my Batman parody, satire, against all the others. Now, thank goodness Gotham is the first Batman I've seen that almost nails it. Well, I wouldn't say they nail it, but they do it better than everybody else. They're still miles off the mark. Incredible casting. Incredible cinematography. Look at Christopher Nolan's cinematography. He's a fucking idiot. Interstellar is moronic, childish garbage, and it looks like a fucking high school student shot it. Look at The Dark Knight Rises. The opening scene is gray and muted. You can't say, oh, I was going for brooding. No, it looks like an amateur cameraman shot it, you dumb fuck. Watch it again. Now, you know this. That was a great movie. Really? How many times have you watched it since? Well, I haven't watched it again since. Really? Well, then you know. Go do this. Watch X-Men 1. And while you're watching it, you probably have the same thoughts as me. I can't wait to watch this again. That Quicksilver scene and whatever, the last X-Men or whatever. That Quicksilver scene, I watched that 50 times on YouTube. And lots of other people did too. That's filmmaking. Clever, great camera work, great casting, etc. Do you see? Gotham, wow. Incredible writing. I was watching it going, there's no way this was made by an American. It's too mature. An American would have come up with something dumb and childish and cliche. This is pretty amazing. Same with Kick-Ass. When I was watching Kick-Ass, the trailer was horrible. I only saw it because the reviews were great and said, this is brilliant. I'm like, what? Trailers look like shit. Let me see. And it was great. Second one, not as good, but still better than all the other superhero movies. Captain America, Winter Soldier. I hate Chris Evans more than anybody. They nailed it. They nailed it. Exciting, intelligent, mature, realistic. You can't find me too many Batman fans who watched the last Batman with Chris Nolan and watched it hundreds of times. You didn't, because the shit is lame. Every scene is lame. All the cinematography is lame. All of the writing and dialogue is lame. Gotham. Wow. I was like, there's no way this was made by an American. Look it up. Damn. Hard to guess. It wasn't made by an American. This is weird that my face looks red. There's a red light over here, but my neck doesn't look red. Isn't that weird? Whatever, life is weird. You'll learn that. So I guess I shouldn't. I'm too honest, and people have ripped me off millions of times in my life. Luckily, I have zillions of brilliant ideas. So I wish people would steal most of my ideas because I'm not going to do anything with millions of the ideas I've come up with. Business ideas, movie scripts, book ideas, etc., etc. I'll give you an easy one. I'll give you an easy example. While I was in Rikers, I was going to write a book, not a graphic novel in this case, a book about, I started writing it, about a record company in America that kills. They have a special team of guys in like a van, little mercenary unit, whose job is they go out and they have to kill each star on the record label and make it look like it wasn't deliberate. Drug overdoses, car crashes, etc. You see, they have to kill each band or solo artist on the label so the record label sells shitloads more records because they can keep getting new acts, sell a lot of records, kill them, and then the profits go up through the roof even more once they kill them. You see, it's a brilliant idea, and the book and you can steal it because ain't no way your version is going to be 1% as smart as mine, or as clever as mine, or as funny as mine. So good luck, wankers. And the name of the book tentatively was "Kill Pop Stars." Some of you will get that. There was a label in Seattle that Kurt Cobain and the liked, the Riot Girl movement, called "Kill Rock Stars." So my label is called "Kill Pop Stars." I've got billions of great ideas. It's not hard to come up with a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is not steal an idea from the past. It's that simple. Just don't steal an idea from the past. Unless you're satirizing it, which I do sometimes. Some of my shit's 100% original. Some of it's a satire of stuff that already exists. That's what we're talking about today. My Batman parody satire. Now, I can't tell you too much about it, I guess. Or my other 3 superhero graphic novels. I've changed. When these come out, if they come out, the government did a lot of stuff to stop this shit. And you're going to see why in a moment. If they come out, it's over. You cannot go back to an Iron Man. Fans are going to be like, we saw shit that made our fucking stomachs ache. We saw this, we read these comic books, and it felt like I had been punched in the stomach. These are fucking graphic novels. They're going to make you cry. They're going to make you want to vomit. I wrote the most impossibly dark shit ever because I was being tortured in Rikers as I wrote and drew the shit. How powerful is that? There ain't another superhero comic on earth that can compare to it. Mouse can't even. That's the one about the cats and mice as Nazis and Jews. How? The author was living a comfortable life when he wrote it. Sure, it's about his grandfather or whatever, but so what? There's a big difference between that and me being tortured, starved, beaten, etc. while I'm making the graphic novel. And that one fact alone tells you, shit, he might be telling the truth. His comic books, his graphic novels, are going to be the most explosive in history. And here, I'll just give you one reason why no one else can ever compete with me. No one. Gotham, even Gotham, as great as it is, and I recommend it for everybody. You don't have to like superheroes to love Gotham. It's a masterpiece. I would almost say a masterpiece. Maybe a 9, not a 10. I'm not. But watch it. Gotham. I can't give you many of the details because I know there are people who will steal my shit. And sometimes people don't even steal shit. They hear it and then they forget they heard it. And then a year later, they think of it thinking it's their idea. So I guess I need to start being a little bit more conscientious about giving away all my ideas. But I don't need to because I can, in one example, I can show you that my graphic novels are more powerful than all other graphic novels and all other superhero comic books combined. Watch this. Watch this. Even in Gotham, it's a bunch of evil billionaires doing evil shit. Okay? We can believe that. In my graphic novels, the villain of Gotham City, I don't call it Gotham. There's no games in my shit. I call it New York City. And the police force are called the NYPD, and they are rapists, murderers, burglars, pedophiles. And all of the examples I use in the graphic novels are real NYPD scandals. I just change one name in the cop's name. Ding, 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 ding. How fucking more powerful is that than childish fantasies like all the other superhero comics? Example, famous rape cop, Kenneth Morano. He got away. He raped a drunk girl. Don't get me started. He was a famous rape cop. It was front page news for months. Rape cops. Raped a drunk girl in the East Village, near where I lived. Everyone knew the cops were guilty. Even the cop. His lawyer said, there was no sex between our officer on duty and this drunk girl passed out. But if there was, it was consensual. That's what the cop's lawyer said. There was no sex, but if there was, it was consensual. Now, you don't need to say anything else. You don't need to present any evidence. You just said he was guilty. What you said is, if they find DNA, well, then it was consensual. But if they don't find DNA, then there was no sex of any kind. Idiotic. The cop even got on the stand and testified. This is how corrupt cops are and how protected they know they are by the dirty DAs who prosecute them, which is a federal crime. Don't get me started. Remember that. No DA in America can legally prosecute or even investigate a police officer because they work on the same team. That's a conflict of interest. It's completely illegal under due process, 14th Amendment. It's completely illegal under equal protection, 14th Amendment. Don't get me started. Let's focus on my Batman and other superheroes versus all the rest. Okay, now Kenneth Morano is his name. Famous rape cop. I just added an S, Kenneth Moranos. All of the villains, the super villains in my graphic novels are all real people. The biggest villain is a billionaire media mogul pedophile who took over New York City. His name is Michael Bloomturd. He runs Bloomturd Industries. None of it turns any profit because it's all a shell corporation. Exactly like the real Mike Bloomberg. His right-hand man is a mobster, the king of the mobsters. His name is Rudy Giuliano. And all of their... I even have them discussing criminal plans that are juicy as fuck. And all of them are real illegal scandals by the real Giuliani and the real Bloomberg. People are going to read it and go, that's fucking outrageous. That's shocking. Imagine if that was true. And it is true. I'll give you one quick example. Giuliani tried to steal $100 million from the victims of 9/11. He raised $100 million in the Twin Towers Fund. And the family said, all right. He said, this is money for the victims of the police who died and the firemen who I killed who died. Remember, Rudy killed 343 firemen. That's settled. There's not even any debate on it now. The newspapers just left his name out. But they all said the same thing. All the evidence was proven. He murdered 343 firemen, and he got caught. That's why all the newspapers took his name out of it. They said things like, well, the city was negligent. Oh, the city was, really? The trees and the parks and the playgrounds and the ponds. Really, they killed those firemen. When they say the city, that's a euphemism for the politician and his administration that we're not allowed to name. Oh. Now, I'm the best political activist on the planet, and I'm the best investigative reporter on the planet. So you can imagine how brutal and ugly these graphic novels are. Because again, unlike childish fantasy, everything I write is chilling and real. And then some of it's just satire and parody where I take it over the top. Like in New York City, everyone hailed Bloomberg, both left-wing and right-wing, hailed Michael Bloomberg for his charitable donations. I was the only person, of course, who pointed out, are you people childish morons? This is insane. Anyone knows these billionaires write all the donations off on their taxes. Bloomberg literally didn't donate 1 cent, you fucking morons. You donated every penny of that, suckers. He gets all the acclaim. It's a bribe on its face, which is illegal. And he stole all the money from you, suckers. And you all fell for it. So in mine, I have, of course, billionaire Bruce Wynn, well, whatever his name is going to be, the parody name. He points out that Bloomberg's charitable donations are all fake and fictional. Here we have one billionaire exposing the lies of another billionaire. Bravo, CXV. Bravo. I go even further. I'm vicious. Example. I take this billionaire mayor, who's a real man, who already has put me in jail and tortured me for exposing him and doing cartoons of him. So this is powerful. This is a cartoonist who has been tortured by a real billionaire criminal mass murderer. And now he's doing graphic novels where that billionaire mass murderer is the villain, the cartoon villain. It's legendary. It's the greatest graphic novels of all time. But don't get me started. Here's one example of the funny thing I do. I have Bloomberg. He gets hailed by all the newspapers, which he owns. In the comic, he owns all of them. They're all subsidiaries of his own media company. Hilarious, which is essentially the truth. Right? When you see the New York Times saying Hillary did good in the debates, there's no secret. You're billionaires. You want her to be the nominee. If Sanders wins, you're out of business. If Biden wins, you're probably out of business. So they're already on thin ice. New York Times can't turn a profit. They have to borrow billions from the fucking Mexican billionaire just to stay afloat. The old media and the billionaire media is on thin ice. They're ready to die. The Daily News is about to collapse. That's the one the fucking Daily Planet was based on. About to collapse, motherfuckers. See ya. I have Mayor Bloomturd, as a man who's hailed by the whole city of New York for opening up orphanage everywhere, all over the city. He opens up orphanages. What a noble man, sticking up for the orphans. Now remember, Bruce Wayne is an orphan. Watch out what I do here. The real reason Bloomberg runs orphanages is so he can have an endless supply of fresh children to molest. Oh! All the guys in Rikers are looking at my comments going, this shit is brilliant, this shit is hilarious, this shit is vicious, and you're going to get killed. You're going to make millions of dollars, but they're going to kill you. And I said, is there a better way to die than dying for your graphic novels? I'd rather that than die of old age. I hear when people say, I can't see your eyes. You don't want to see my eyes. When we do video of my eyes, I look like an asshole. I look like Charlie Manson. Fuck you. Don't judge me. Don't you fuckers judge me. I just can't get over this white neck, red face. I like the red face. I don't like the white neck, really. So, do you understand how vicious that is? If these graphic novels come out, Bloomberg, the real Mike Bloomberg, will never be able to leave the house ever again. Because he goes to all these big galas and everywhere because everyone's scared of him and intimidated by his riches. He's 5'5". He's not, when you see him in person, you laugh at him. That's why he spent so much money to become mayor and stole 3 terms, etc., to say, I'm the king of the world! I'm the king of New York, the capital of the world! Look at me, I'm a big, big, big man! He's a clown on every level, psychopathic clown who got a free ride for 12 years because he paid more hush money than any human in history. But let's not digress. Ladies and germs. Should I give you a couple more examples? I think I've already made my point. The fact that all the supervillains in my graphic novels are real people, real judges who framed me into jail, real district attorneys who framed me and hundreds of thousands of other innocent men into jail. I name them, I expose the things they actually did, but I do it all as a cute, entertaining superhero comic book, making it palatable to everyone. These graphic novels are going to end the Republican Party. All the covers say, not intended for children. Warning, not intended for, for adults only. Not intended for children or Republicans. Throughout the comic books, I use Republican as a euphemism for dirty, lying criminal. Do you see? And more artists should join me in doing that, because if we did that, the Republican Party dies almost immediately. They turned liberal into a dirty word. They literally turned the word liberty, a person who believes in liberty, into a dirty word, and half the planet fell for it. Bravo. And now I'm coming back at them with the same tactics. And I do it as a funny, cute cartoon. In fact, I'm not sure, I probably don't deserve to do this, but I coined a new term, which probably isn't that new. I coined the term for my graphic novels as fake fiction. See what I did there? Fake fiction. It's fake fiction. So much good shit in there. I also do subversive stuff, like where I have the CIA takes out the NYPD as a bunch of meathead thugs. I have the CIA take out the FBI, who are criminal thugs. The CIA are too, but the CIA are at least a little bit more mature and a little bit smarter than the NYPD is. What are some other examples I can give you? Because I don't even want to name some of the superheroes, etc., the other comic books. I can't. Even though the stuff is so bold, like one of my superheroes is called the Negro Nightmare. I can tell you that. His name is the Negro Nightmare. There isn't going to be too many people at Marvel and DC trying to one-up me on that. It's going to be huge. There were no black guys. Remember, everybody in Rikers was black or Latino. None of them were like, you can't do that, it's racist. They were all like, holy shit, you fucking destroy the police and the racist institutions with this guy, the Negro Nightmare. Damn straight I do. In fact, I argue that these graphic novels are the most dangerous books ever written. And I'm not going to give you all the reasons why. I should be keeping this on the DL, because Obviously, they monitor what I do. And if they know what? We didn't know Brodeur made graphic novels while in Rikers. That sounds dangerous. A man being tortured in the world's largest concentration camp by us. And all the major media, from the New York Times to the New York Post, helped us smear him and lie about him. And he used that time to make graphic novels exposing our secrets in a way that will entertain human beings for the next 50,000 years? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's why I had to make backups and give them to friends and stuff like that. They can come and do another raid. Remember, they've done 2 raids on my house. They've done the... You think... You guys watch Born Ultimatum and go, this is some crazy shit. I live Born Ultimatum. The stuff they do to me every day. Hack my accounts, shut down my blogs, shut down my Gmail accounts, shut down my YouTube videos. And they have shut down my whole entire YouTube channels too. And they came one step away from shutting down my biggest YouTube channel. Take a guess why that is. Because I'm the most dangerous writer in mankind's history. Like, you ever seen, what's the book, the Anarchist Cookbook that's banned all over the place? It teaches you how to make bombs and other things like that. That ain't 1% as dangerous as my graphic novels. My graphic novels change the opinions of every person who reads them instantly. I turn the public against everything. Charities? I got a billionaire, Bruce Wayne, who says, I will never donate to a charity because there's not one honest charity on the planet. All of them are fronts. It's one of the easiest ways to make money is you just create a charity. People feeling guilty will donate money, and nobody verifies how much of that money goes to the needy people. Nobody, there's no verification. When you see ads for the Salvation Army, they don't tell you, okay, well, almost none of the money goes to the poor. It goes to our salaries and our fucking giant lunch menus and our car services and limo services and our parties. They'll spend... We saw that with Giuliani. Giuliani was speaking at fundraisers because he was a hero of America and the Messiah of 9/11. So he would get... It turned out he was doing fundraising events for all different types of groups. And they would raise... They'd have a big dinner and he'd be the guest speaker. He'd be the star speaker, which would bring in the people to spend money. They'd make $100,000. And Giuliani's fee was $60,000. Wow, what a hero. He would take almost all the money they raised. That partially came out in the news. You can look it up. It's in my comic books. If these comic books... Imagine this. How could you walk into any room if you're Bloomberg if my comic books actually come out and hit? He'd walk into a room, and the moment he walks in the room, half the people snicker under their breath. Bloom Turd's here. Bloom Turd. Bloom Turd. It's so good. So good. I can't believe. I didn't expect... Just to let you know, when I wrote these graphic novels, I just wanted to make my comic books better than the childish shit I grew up on, right? I was like, I'm going to make a Batman that's real. He should be 10 times darker than they make him. Frank Miller doesn't even come close. He should be the most homicidal maniac, except he shouldn't want to kill anybody. He should want to maim them and cripple them. He should say, I want you to live in screaming in pain every day. I want you to cry every minute of your life like you made me cry when you murdered my parents. I even go further. I don't know what the original Batman did, but in mine, the real person who killed Bruce Wayne's parents was Michael Bloomberg. It was corporate sabotage. Ding, 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 ding. One billionaire taking out his opponents, his competition. Oh, damn, that's powerful. Wasn't some random mugging. It was a hit job faked to look like a mugging. I also take the classic story, and when the parents are killed, even the guy who kills him is one of the guys who cheated me into jail using lies. Damn. I've immortalized what they did to me. It's even greater because people, I don't know if people not everyone realizes, it was Jews in New York City who created the superhero genre. They were Jews who felt weak and powerless because Jews are supposedly not good at athletics and muscular, etc. And it was during World War II, right? Everyone agrees these superheroes were doppelgangers. It was like the fantasy of the artists and comics and writers who were like, I wish I had the power to fucking stop Hitler and all these other assholes. Okay, cool. So then mine take that all the way. Example, unlike Spider-Man and who's the other guy? Who are always picked on by the press, right? Remember, Spider-Man's a menace. Spider-Man's a menace to society. This is completely amazing. Nothing to do with superhero comics. The newspapers in New York all smeared me and called me the #1 menace to society. because as a whistleblower reporter and a political cartoonist, I was exposing their crimes and the mayor's crimes and the DA's crimes, all the most powerful people in New York City. I exposed their crimes every day. That's why they came after me. 43 false arrests, 43 trips to jail, tortured and almost murdered me numerous times. The inmates saved my life. That's how powerful this shit is. 33-ish arrests, 43-ish trips to jail. I accidentally said 43 arrests. Not true. And what was the other point? But are you starting to get how much more gravitas and heavy this shit is than Frank Miller shit? Frank Miller wasn't screaming for death while being tortured. I was screaming for death. I was in the fucking box, maximum security, charged with misdemeanors for speech. The first and last American put in maximum solitary confinement for misdemeanor charges. Even all the murderers were like, there's no way you could be in this fucking wing. We're all fucking murderers. We got a body or two. You're lying. There's no way your shit's misdemeanor. And I would say, hey, everybody, these guys say I'm full of shit, so gather around. I'm going into my cell. This is when I wasn't in solitary. I said, I'm going to go get my documents. If I prove that I'm in here on misdemeanors, these guys have to give me 12 honey buns each. We got a deal. I was really, you should have seen me giving speeches. I was vicious. I stood up to all kinds of murderers, and they respected me. And then I showed my shit, and they said, holy fuck, dude, you weren't lying. Shit is nuts. They are out to get you. And I said, thank you. And that's a testament to how great I am. No one can say, you're not the most dangerous man on earth. Because if I wasn't, why did they do raids on my house for misdemeanors? It's not even legal. Only one reason you'd do that. To send a message. And to try and get me to kill myself or to kill me. They always hoped I'd fight back. Nope. I'm not going to play your games. I'm smarter than you idiots. That's why I used your resources, your paper, your photocopies, your pens, all of your resources while you paid my fucking food bills, my rent bills, my phone bills, my toiletry bills. For 800 days they tortured me in Rikers. All of it illegal. All of it covered up by the New York Times, Daily News, New York Post, 1010 Wins, and all the other New York City media. All of my fellow political cartoonists sold me out because they were scared of the billionaire, the mass murderer. All of my fellow journalists, even my own editors at different newspapers, sold me out because they were scared of the murderous billionaire. This shit is explosive. They are the most dangerous books ever written. One of the books I'm not even going to go into, one of the comics is so dangerous that it's pretty much a blueprint that teaches any ordinary civilian how they can destroy Goliath on their own. It's so good. But I really shouldn't talk about it because there are people out there who are going to steal they're going to say, that's a fucking genius idea. I won't steal his idea exactly. I'll do my own spin on it. But where he's coming from is fucking brilliant. But again, I don't have to worry. Are you going to go to jail for 800 days and get tortured for speech and cartoons? To make your shit as powerful as mine? Nope. I got a lock on this bitch. But I'm trying to bite my lip a little bit here. I shouldn't even be posting this because obviously, remember, I've had the FBI interview me. I've had the Secret Service twice come after me. The CIA, I'm lucky. What happens is they investigate me. CIA's investigated me numerous times. But they investigate me. They watch my shit. They watch my videos. They listen to my music. They monitor me and they go, I love Christopher. He's a fucking funny guy. He's honest. He means well. He's a great guy. I know you should have seen all the dirty tricks the guards in Rikers did. The guards in Rikers broke so many rules to help me defeat their masters. Giuliani's own detectives and Bloomberg's own detective squads and the DA's own detective squads did secret illegal things to protect me. Ha, 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 ha. I'm going to bash cops, but at the end of the day, cops love me. I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-dirty cop. But you can talk to all the cops who arrested me. They proudly say Christopher was one of my favorite arrests. I'm a great person. I'm a wonderful, nice guy. I treat everybody fairly. I'm awesome. And that's another thing that makes me so fucking dangerous. Plus, another reason why I'm more dangerous than all other activists on the planet combined is because nobody is as good as me at uniting liberals and conservatives. I can go into great detail, but don't make me. Nobody can seduce or flip a Republican or a right-winger faster than I can. If you don't believe that, step up. Get some Republicans and say, this asshole says he can make you change your opinions in one day. Everything you believe. I say he's lying. Step forward, Republicans. Step forward, Republicans. You think you're immune to my kryptonite? You can't do it. So anyhow, though, my doppelganger is the most powerful in history. Oh, because you understand that? I didn't come up with Spider-Man as a menace or that my heroes are menaces from the newspapers because I read it in Spider-Man. I wrote that the newspapers lie about heroes being menaces because they literally did it to me. Hundreds of times in the world capital of media, New York City. Damn. Touch that, Marvel. Suck that, DC. Also, can I throw in here, is there anybody intelligent at DC? Marvel has a very simple logo. It's effective. DC's logo, the one with the fucking, looks like the flipped over fucking adhesive sticky, is an idiotic logo. If you guys can't even come up with a half decent logo, again, you could have just been DC. Just the two letters would have been better than the little flipped over tab, which makes no sense. Are you revealing that there's a C? What does that mean, you fucking fucktards? Sorry, DC. You're amateurs. You're childish amateurs. Marvel, better, but also childish amateurs. And you see, though, the comic books and the superheroes are getting much darker. I saw today. I saw in just the last month that I think both DC and Marvel are having their superheroes go after dirty police. It's like, well, I was doing it in 2012. Luckily for you, Goliath stopped me, but I can prove all of that. You're a little late to the game, and I commend you. And it is definitely going to undermine the power of some of the things I do. And they're going to get darker and darker, the superheroes. The Winter Soldier was great. Again, showing the real enemy is the government. The real enemy is the government. The real supervillain are the people who drop nuclear bombs. James Bond should be fighting the U.S. government. All the superheroes should be fighting the USSA government, totalitarian fascists who fund terrorism all over the world. That's who mine do. When I'm done, the US government is out of business. The whole world will say, super Nazi Germany. But this has already been 32 minutes. Goodbye. It's nice chatting with you. Have a nice day. And I'm not sure the graphic novels will come out now because I'm a little busy with other shit, and the federal courts are fucking my lawsuits up. I'm doing some dramatic shit in the lawsuits. Sadly, these graphic novels might not come out until after I die. But I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid to not die.